one new episode of Memoir of an Niger Girl. My name is Helen. Today's episode we talk about life in diaspora. I mean, Nigerians are everywhere. Even if you go to the coldest country in the world, we are there. The hottest country in the world, we are there. Even sometimes, maybe the not so rich countries in the world, Nigerians are there. Now, according to Nigerian Diaspora Commission, their report says over 15 million Nigerians live in diaspora. 15 million, guys, that is like, I mean, the population of Lagos. Like a population of Lagos living abroad. It is incredible. What happened? Kilo Shele. Now, it brings me to asking, what are these guys going there for? Why are people traveling abroad? I understand that migration is key, is important, but 15 million, that is a lot of millions of people, a lot of Nigerians living abroad. Now, in Nigeria, everybody believes that money grows on trees when you're abroad. Like, because you call your friends abroad and you're like, things are so hard in Nigeria, which is the truth. Can you do this? Can you do that? But actually, beyond that, there is much more that people need to understand about people who go abroad, people who live abroad, and people who study or work abroad. The United States of America is a country most immigrants go. People go to the US more. So I have decided to bring USA to my podcast today, since I don't have visa to go to US. They said, "See Muhammad Kubali Loba, okay, Malaba, that is if mountain cannot go and meet Muhammad. Muhammad has to go and meet the mountain. You people should clap for me, like Momo proverb." So I have Ellen Akinshola. She's my friend. Everybody's my friend. I have Ellen Akinshola on the show today. She's a student and also a hospital corpsman in the military. I'm going to put a call through to Helen right now because we need to understand the things that are happening over there. Ellen will be with us in a bit. I'm calling.
Hello.
Hi, Helen.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Helen. Welcome to Memoir of a Niger Girl.
I'm my pleasure to be there.
How are you today, Helen?
I'm fine. How are you too?
I'm incredibly good. It's nice to have you on the show.
It's nice and here too.
So tell me, Helen, what is it like living abroad as a Nigerian?
What do I really like?
What is it like? What is it like to live abroad?
Okay, what is it like living abroad?
Yes, please.
I mean, it's different.
Okay.
There are some similarities there, but it's a place where, everything works. You have electricity, you don't have to worry about the basic amenities, unlike while I was in Nigeria. So the difference is just clear. The difference is there that you're living somewhere, you know that everything is organized,
Right.
everything is scheduled, you know that, okay, this is the time I go to work, this is the time I come back, okay, there's traffic on the road, but it's not going to take long to get to wherever I'm going to because the roads are good and all of that.
Right. So obviously, there is something called the American dream. So is the proverbial American dream, is that what took you out of Nigeria?
For me, no, because before I traveled, I didn't know I was going to travel until probably a few months before I traveled.
Okay.
So I was just living my life, I was just doing whatever I wanted to do. So it wasn't until I got here that I started thinking like, okay, there is this American dream and all of that. All my thoughts was probably I would come to the United States for my master's or something, but it happened earlier, so I had to leave.
So how do Nigerians find the situation compared to what they had in their heads about American dreams? Because if you obviously you said you don't have the American dream until you got there, but I'm sure you have other friends, who probably came to the US and felt like, okay, everything is on a platter of gold. We have to just, what is it like when they got there and they saw that, okay, this is actually the reality, we have to pay for water. Meanwhile, in Nigeria, everybody has a borehole.
Yeah.
So what?
Okay. For the reality of the situation is when you're in Nigeria, as a Nigerian living in Nigeria, you really do not understand what it is like living abroad, living in the United States or any Western country. You just think, oh, people will say, oh, the person is in the United States, the person is in Canada, so the person should have money, the person should have this. And you don't get it when they tell you, oh, I'm broke right now, or I have budget. So I can't look after my budget to give you this or to give you that, because you basically pay for everything you use. But you know that whatever you're paying for, you're getting it.
Exactly.
So most people who come here, some people don't have plans. They come here without plans. Some people just go like, oh, as soon as I get to the United States, I'm just going to find my feet. Everything is going to work out fine for me. But, you know, adjusting to the different settings, the different society, the cultural shock, everything is different. So adjusting to that takes a while, and trying to know your way around, trying to know how things are being done, because what the internet portrays, what Google portrays when you try to find stuff online is different. Not everything is actually true. So it's different until you get the experiences, you really don't know.
So what shocked you when you, what was the one significant thing that shocked you when you got to the US?
There are so many things that shocked me actually when I got to the US. The fact that, you know, I'm used to not having like electricity all the time from where I'm from. So
Right.
when I got to the US, the first night I slept, when they said I woke up in the morning, the light was turned off obviously. Then I started when I said, oh wow, there's light. I keep having the thought that, oh, they're gonna take this light, they're gonna take this light. And then when if there's going to be electricity outage, they're going to text everybody. I mean, in the street that, oh, there's something happening that they need to fix it, and they will give us a specific time that it's going to be fixed, and they're going to, you know, bring back the electricity. It's like, wow, never in Nigeria, never.
But I think they are doing that in Omole right now. They tell people, they send messages to people. There's a group chat on that's just Omole actually, but it's happening. Maybe not the way that when they tell you, okay, we're going to bring your light by 4 o'clock. Sometimes it takes like 7 o'clock, but I think that is, yeah. And also, yeah, for myself, I think I had culture shock one time, and I was like, my phone is full, they will not take the lights. My phone is full, they will not take the light. But I feel like it's the Nigerian factor that always come into play. So
yeah, people could tell me now that, I mean, why are you charging your phone? Your phone is like 80%. I'm like, oh, I know there's not, I just forgot.
Koti morally. So how do you find the concept of people having 2 or more jobs in the US compared to in Nigeria? People probably have 9 to 5, or they just strictly delve into the entrepreneurial industry. How do you find the fact that someone has to wake up in the morning and go to a job? You have to work for maybe 9 o'clock till 6 o'clock, and from 10 o'clock that same day you have to go to work and come back by 3 o'clock or whenever. How do you find that?
I would say, just like I said before, that people that come to the United States, sometimes some people have the American dream in their head. They already fantasize how everything is going to be when they get to the United States. You don't realize the real situation of things until you get here. So most people who have new jobs in the United States, it's more like a means to an end for them.
Right.
Because it's a place where the system works. So if you work for something, you definitely will get it. So for someone who doesn't have the right qualifications to get into the right position, you'll probably be doing 2 to 3 jobs. And if you consider that, if you look into that very well, most people who do 2 jobs, 3 jobs at a time, most of them are like, they don't have the degree, because if you have a good degree, public here and everything is good. Your 9 to 5 job is enough for you. Like, you would good money.
So tell me.
It's really something that is in demand.
So Helen, the degree in Nigeria, whatever degree you have from Nigeria, does it really work in the US to get a job, to secure jobs and stuff like that?
It's 50-50 because I would say from what I have seen and from what I have experienced, I've seen people who use their degree from Nigeria to work. All you need to do is evaluate your results. So when you send it to probably the Ministry of Education, so they evaluate and convert it to an equivalent degree in the United States. So and when I say you have the right qualifications, if you have the right documentation to work, you will definitely get a job. If it is something that is in demand, there are some work that is so hard to get unless you probably do something related to that job in the United States or something that requires a high security clearance. So I know the United States don't just give anybody those kind of jobs. They have to be probably their citizens or someone they know they can trust. So something like that. Yeah, so it's useful. Your degree in Nigeria, anywhere else you get it from, when you get here, if you have the right documentation, you evaluate it, and you probably can get a job with that. Yeah.
If for example, I want to migrate to the US now, you said I have to be prepared. How prepared should I be?
I mean, you can never be over-prepared. You just ask the right questions. When I mean ask the right questions, talk to people. One thing I've learned while this year is don't keep quiet. Don't be like, oh, I don't want to talk to this person. Everything is, transparent. I know how much my neighbor has. I know how much my dad has. If you understand what I'm saying.
Right.
So there's nothing to keep or hide it. You can say, oh, I don't want this person to know what I'm going through. I don't want because you get information from that, from people who have experienced the same situation as you. So you connect to people. There are so many groups online groups that connect people with similar goals, similar grades. So they share ideas and suggestions.
Wow, that's a very good response from you, and I'm really appreciative of that. I have a few more questions. You are a hospital corpsman in the military. Would you have done that in Nigeria?
Well, if I was in Nigeria, I would never have this thought of joining the military in Nigeria because obviously you know how it goes in Nigeria. Before you can get any very job, you have to know someone that knows someone, and even if you don't, maybe you get it by Sherlock. With all the military press in Nigeria now, I just joined the military here as a form of curiosity because when I was in a community college, the recruiting office was right in front of my colleagues. So I thought, oh, let's see what's going on there and all of that. And it seemed, interesting to me. That okay, let's see how it goes.
It's amazing you use that in Nigeria. You have to know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. Because if you listen to Memoir of a Niger Girl's thriller, we talked about it. In Nigeria, you have to know somebody that knows. Did you listen to that? I think that's where you got that from. So. To know someone, then that person has to know another person. Now, almost every Nigerian in the US, they are all studying medicine, nursing. Why that field?
Okay, that's a big question. Not almost everybody. Maybe just.
A huge percent of Nigerians in the US actually.
Yeah, a large group of people because we have so many people in the engineering industry and
right.
IT. So, but yeah, people study medicine because medicine, nursing, anything that has to do with the medical field. Because it can never go out of favor. Now, imagine the times we are in now, there's still a high demand for nurses, for medical doctors, for lab technicians, for anything that has to do with the medical field. So I think
as a Nigerian living in the US, and I want to believe that there is a huge Nigerian community in the US. How much has the NSAS protest influenced this community? So you believe that when you leave the country, that when you leave Nigeria to the US or other European countries, life would be much more clear to you?
I believe I know you can still, be successful in Nigeria. Of course you can. But I still believe when you leave Nigeria to other Western countries, there will be a sense of clarity. In the sense that most times in Nigeria, we spend a lot of time worrying about the basic amenities that we are supposed to get. So that already has taken a huge chunk out of the time we're supposed to think, we strategize, plan for the future. Because you're living in Lagos, you spend like 4 hours in traffic every day. And by the time you get old, you don't even have time to think about any other thing. You just want to go to bed and prepare for the next day. Or you are somewhere when you know that okay, you have life, you have your freezing up, you have everything you need, the basic amenities you need to survive. So you should be able to get clarity on what where you need to go for you.
Right. So how many months or weeks did you spend in the military camp?
It just all depends on for the military. I mean the United States Navy. So it all depends on the training you're doing. For me, I spent the whole training because it's like in 2 parts. For me, it was in 2 parts. So I did the food transport. After the food transport, I have something that we call medical. So where you go for the job, you learn what you do in the military. So I spent 7 months with people, 7 months all together.
Okay. Aside yourself, Ellen Akinshola, did you meet any other Nigerian in that camp?
Oh yeah, I met a lot. Not a lot, though, because we don't have a huge amount of Nigerians. But I met Nigerians there. I met them. And the moment you see them, you're all kind of, oh, you're Nigerian. I'm Nigerian too. And you guys just automatically become friends.
Yeah. So it's the Nigerian blood that is smelling. So I think it smells everywhere. So, let's be realistic right now. Do you have anyone in Nigeria who wants to migrate to the US but having visa issues?
Of course, I have a lot of my friends that are so close to Nigeria. Most of them would love to migrate out of Nigeria. They're so over Nigeria.
What do you think they are not doing right?
I wouldn't say they're not doing right because, everything we all have different experience and we all have, different opportunities presented to us at different times. Most of those people, some of them have tried to come to the US that I know that would be denied the visa. But I think some mistakes that people make when trying to, get out these visa
That's incredible. And of course, I don't know if I should say congratulations regarding the new presidential election. Did you vote for Trump or did you vote for the Joe Biden?
Oh, thank you.
So, which one did you vote for? Trump or be Uncle Joe? I have to call him Uncle now because Mufemisa.
For me, I'm the military, so my loyalty is tied to the chief of staff. So I cannot really say more.
All right, definitely respected. We definitely respect that. Okay, yeah. We don't want problem for you. But the other people around you, did they really feel happy about who won the election?
The other people around me, yes, I know they are happy about who won the election. They are excited because all of the crazy rules that have been going on, especially about immigration and about the black community and all. So everyone is like elated. So we hope that this new administration would be better than the previous one.
Okay. Well, I hope the next time I apply for a US visa, I hope I get it. I really hope that.
Yeah, I hope so too, so you can come over here.
Okay. 2021, what's it called? Share wish list. Yeah. So we move. I don't want to have so much plans because now overhyped Q 2020. So we move, right? Thank you so much, Helen, for joining me on today's episode. It's incredible. Learned a lot. Thank you very much, girl.
Thank you so much for having me. It's really my pleasure to be on this episode.
Oh, thank you. You can call me Ma actually, but you're welcome. So that is it on today's episode of My Mom and Nigeria, guys. So what I've learned is if you want to migrate, you have to be ready. Be ready for everything. Be consistent with your visa application. Don't lie. There's nothing to lie about. You work here, tell them. How much you earn, tell them. And make sure you have someone, a place to stay. Don't just say I'm going out of the country without having plans. It's really important that you have a plan. Okay, so that is it. My name is Helen. You already know that. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram, helen.love.23. And this video and the podcast, share it, like it, comment, tell your friends, your fans, your acquaintances, your enemies.